So I've got Gary Clements with me today. Gary is the managing director of the Adlington Group. So welcome, Gary. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. Thank you, mate.
Okay.
And thanks for doing this interview.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So tell us about Adlington Group then. What's it all about?
Well, Adlington turned 50 years last year. Traditionally a specialist in the welding industry. Two divisions selling welding consumables and safety equipment, and then hiring out welding machines. So it turned 50 years last year, and on top of that, it also has a power division where they hire out temporary power in the form of diesel generators, where you cannot connect to the main grid, so you need that sort of temporary solution. So that's the three parts to the business. And just recently, we've just launched the first company in the UK and Europe to launch what we class a sustainable range of temporary power, and that comes in the form of LPG, which is 90% cleaner than diesel and classed as a transition fuel towards our pathway to net zero. So we see the LPG playing a huge part over the next 10-15 years until green hydrogen is a viable, affordable solution.
Wow, right. So that's brand new then. And
massive.
You're the only one in Europe.
We're the only one in Europe with a higher fleet of LPG generators. Yeah.
And what does LPG stand for?
Liquefied petroleum gas.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a byproduct of oil, but really clean. Like I say, it's 90% cleaner than diesel in terms of the emissions that come out of that exhaust.
Right. And if you're the only one in Europe, how many are there in the rest of the world?
Very hard to say, to be honest. I mean, there's 100,000 diesel generators in the UK. That I do know. 100,000 diesel generators polluting the atmosphere every single day. And LPG rental sets, there's only 7, and we've got all 7. So we've forward ordered about 125 over the next 14 months.
Great stuff. So that's very exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah. The challenge has been the refueling of the LPG, not in terms of a tanker turning up to fuel, but an external fuel source to the generator, a bulk external fuel source, and that's been a challenge. So we've 2 years on, we've designed a tank that we've now got. So we've designed a tank in Eastern Europe that's a bulk tank, a rental spec tank, to complement a generator that provides 2,500 litres of gas. That's been the biggest challenge, is this tank, because this tank is unique, which we've now got a patent pending on this tank, because it is that unique to the industry. So that's been the game changer, really, is the tank. I get more excited about the tank than the generator, but but there you go.
Well, you can't have one without the other, can you?
No, exactly.
Yeah, fantastic. So across these divisions, what type of customers are you supplying and trading with?
Well, with the welding, very much the industrial sector, petrochem, power gen, all that sort of industry. That's where our revenue is generated for the welding. The diesel generators, predominantly construction, the construction industry. And then with the LPG, we're very much, again, targeting construction, mainly the top 100, top 150 contractors that have a real drive towards sustainability. So with the LPG, that we're engaging with sustainability managers, sustainability directors, carbon reduction managers. So they're the type of people that we're engaging, and it's a very, very different sell to anything I've hired before in the last 32 years. And it's a pleasure to sell it because it is such a great solution. It really is, and the market is, yeah, the feedback from market is astonishing, to be honest.
Wow, that's amazing, and you know, such a rewarding thing to be able to contribute to the planet as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, we
leading the way, mate. Leading the way.
We are. We're pioneering the way. Yeah, absolutely. There's other fuels that we're looking at as well. That renewable fuels such as RDME, which comes from waste. And then in the background, we're doing things with hydrogen ready for 10, 15 years ahead. You know, because when you're pioneering something like this, and it's what I class as a blue ocean, because it's an uncontested market space with no competition, and there will be imitators. We've got to stay at the forefront. So we're doing all this extra stuff, even though it's in its infancy now. We're also forward planning for the next decade, the next 15 years.
Yeah, yeah. Assume you've got people nibbling at your ankles and what you need to do to react to stay ahead.
Yeah, the market's taking a lot of interest in what we're doing, and we're very excited about attending an exhibition next week, which is at Reset Connect. It's apparently the premier net zero show this year, and that's at the Excel in London. So yeah, we're very much looking forward to showcasing this solution really to all these environmentalists and sustainable people.
Yeah. So LPG is definitely a massive differentiator for you. It's your biggest USP, I'm guessing.
At the moment, yeah.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say this is the biggest opportunity I've ever had in my hands in 32 years.
Yeah. What else differentiates Adlington Group, you know, as a business overall in your space?
We being a family business and relatively small compared to some of the big people out there like Speedy and Sunbelt. Being a family business, our business has very much been built on strong relationships and backing that up with a really good service. And being smaller, you're able to make decisions quicker, react to what the customer's needs much quicker than some of the bigger competitors. And very much, you know, having that agility, we can serve our customer base, I believe, better than the big three that are out there. And that, I think that's a testament to the business and going, you know, trading for 50 years. They've very much built that business on strong relationships and an excellent service.
So you've talked a lot there about the exciting opportunity that's ahead of you.
Mm.
What might be some of the challenges coming up in the future?
Because this has been 2 years in the development, we've pretty much jumped over every challenge, every hurdle, you know, and now we're fully ready to bring it to market. And because we've had every challenge thrown at us this last 2 years to get to this point, so there isn't just pushback from market because we're so comfortable with diesel, and it's embracing gas, which can be looked at as, well, it is, you know, it is more volatile obviously than diesel, but you know, but we've got the safety side of things covered as well. And let's face it, this transition from diesel, petrol to other renewable fuels, you know, gas, hydrogen is obviously a gas and way more volatile than LPG. So it's just changing those mindsets. I think that's probably the biggest challenge. But most people get it, to be honest. And when there is a pushback, I say to them, well, hydrogen's a gas. 15 years time, it will be hydrogen on these sites. So, you know, let's get ready for it now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm.
So the business has learned a lot. What have you learned about yourself along the way, Gary?
I think it's the innovation that's excited me. I've never been involved with something so new. I've always launched new divisions and new products, but they've been existing out there in the marketplace. So to create almost a new marketplace, for me personally, has been a great challenge, and we've made lots of mistakes, but that's how you get it right in the end, is by making those mistakes, and it takes an incredible amount of tenacity, really. You don't give up, and it is still in its infancy, but we're so passionate about it. We absolutely know we're on the right path. So yeah, I've learned a lot personally about innovation and creating a new market and how to take it to market. It's been quite a learning curve.
And if you could turn the clock back and do anything differently, knowing what you now know, what might that be?
That's a good question. I think we're naive at the start, because it's a new product, a new fuel, and I think we've learned a lot on the way. But there's certainly things that in the last 6 months we could have maybe tackled them in the first 6 months of this journey. But hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? And us human beings, it's something we we lack on a large scale. But I think we should have engaged earlier on the external fuel source, because we would have had that tank 9 months sooner than we have now. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds brilliant, Gary, and I wish you every success. It sounds like you're going to have a great next decade.
Absolutely, yeah. And then I can retire. I can retire and sail off into the sunset.
And good luck with that too.
Yeah, thank you.